Tonight we're back with night 4. Oh, does this still say night 3? No, I said it right. Nice. I set the title correctly. Night 4 of Xenogears. I can't wait. I just can't emphasize enough how nice I find to this point, right? To this point, how nice I find the pacing of this game. It's a JRPG. There's always going to be, ebbs and flows and hype moments and lulls, but I mean, here we are. Let's boot this thing up. First off, wide stereo. Secondarily, we are 13 hours and 34 minutes into this thing. And I just feel like I'm flying along, dude. I feel like I am flying along. I feel like every single 15-minute increment of this game has had something incredibly cool to see or do. The pacing is just astounding to me. Like we're coming up on the same amount of time it took to beat all of Bully, right? And it honestly reminds me of KOTOR felt the same way when I played Knights of the Old Republic. You look back on that playthrough, and that game took me like damn near 50-something hours. Let me look. Let me see exactly how long that game took start to finish. KOTOR took, if I go to time played, 48.8 hours. And I felt like that game flew by. And similar to this, I mean, 13, nearly 14 hours in, I feel like if you asked me to like close my eyes and put an hour count on this so far, I'd say 5, maybe 6, because of the way it's paced. It is so chock full, but also so snappy. I'm flowing. I'm in my flow state. So let's get back into things here. On the road to Nisan, the Nissan Skyline. Shout out to Brian O'Connor. We should be in the Yggdrasil. We sure are, baby. Walking one right behind the other. I mean, what a good game. What a good game. Look at everybody manning their stations. All right, we are heading towards Nisan. Last stream, I can give you the recap. You want to get the recap? We'll get the recap going. I cleaned up the photo album a little bit too, for duplicates and things. And so if we look at it here today, we're going to go in order from the Discord, because it was a pretty full stream yesterday. No joke. So we started yesterday's stream in the same place we're starting today's stream. I wish I could close this. Can I pop out? Discord is not pretty when you put it on a small monitor. Look at how gross this is. It is not a good looking thing when you put it on a small monitor. I wish I could just get rid of this entire sidebar and just have the channel itself, because it is not pretty. It is not pretty at all. I'll have to just pull up the images. Hang on. Snaps, Xenogears, and we'll go to March 19th. We started yesterday's stream on the same place we're starting today's stream, the Yggdrasil. Bart, the young master, Bartholomew Fatima, who had his death faked, I guess is the way to put it, and went to go live a life in the sand desert sea, to protect himself until he was ready to come back and take back the throne in Bledavik in Ave. from Shakan. We started on the Yggdrasil, okay? And after talking around in Yggdrasil for a little while, introducing ourselves to all of the people working and manning the ship, we learned about Bart's... this is gonna catch me here, and I don't really want corrections because it's all about how you interpret it, and you'll remember there's a lot more left of this game. This is Bart's ancestry. I don't know how far up the line it is, but it is part of the, whatever. They hid an ancient gear deep somewhere, and nobody knows where it's hidden, as a way to protect the kingdom if the kingdom needed protection in the future. It was like an agreement between man and machine. Bart then asked if we would join him and begin fighting, and Faye continued his arc of, self-worth journey and purpose and mission, and saying, I just don't want to fight. I want to live in peace and quiet. That night, after going back, after having a little bit of a fight with Bart here, learning a little bit more about Bart and the fact that he's got his own self-consciousness going on, running theme here, went back to bed, and the entire place got attacked. Attacked by Gebler forces, I believe, and a whole bunch of people trying to go in and steal some shit. I could be wrong about that. Anyhow, in order to defend the base, the Yggdrasil, Shaitan hopped into a gear, and Faye said, I'll join you guys. I understand sometimes you need to fight in order to live peacefully, right? To protect the people you care about so that they can live peacefully, sometimes you must fight. We talked to Franz a little bit, and then we got free control of the Yggdrasil. Hell yeah. We were just cruising around this open desert area in the Yggdrasil it owned, and we pulled up to Bledavik and Ave. Beautiful, 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 beautiful locale. I mean, unbelievable. We had a nice restaurant. We had a nice restaurant dinner. Look at that place. We unfortunately did not go in here, but we'll talk about that later. I messed up. We looked at the gear shop in Bledavik where they were working on gears in real time, and you could see them welding, and it was so cool. It was just this completely dynamic scene that you could walk up to and walk around, and they were just on these little cranes, on these little lifts, welding shit and making it and fixing it up. It was awesome. You could stand there and watch forever. This is the town. Really cool town approach where the different areas of the town, you kind of step out into this half step down from a world map. You're in a town map, a capital map. So this would take you outside of the world map. This takes you all the way up and in, and then up to the actual capital building itself, the castle. We played around in the carnival, and we learned that there was a tournament going on. Now, I should note the reason that we're here is because we were rescuing Marguerite, who is captured currently because she has one half, and they are looking for the other half of the Fatima Jasper, which is used to unlock something. And so they were trying to get it out of her, and it didn't happen. So we were trying to break in, get her out, Bart, Faye, and Shaitan, and we found a way to get into the tunnel water system to get up to the castle to break her out, as well as a tournament going on which could be used to distract the guards. So Faye and Shaitan were up in the tournament while Bart was sneaking into the castle proper. Not without stopping at the carnival games in the arcade before the start of our mission, staring a little too long into the mirror of truth, playing Who's Balloons, and playing way too long in Merry-Go Pop, I think this was called. Wound up getting 1,000 in both, crushed it, absolutely crushed it, by the way. And this was chaos. This game on hard was absolute chaos. You had to grab the balloon by jumping into the sky and then drop it off on the specific kid that dropped it. And so if this kid dropped this balloon, if you brought this balloon to this kid, they'd go, whoa, 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 that's not my balloon. So it just divulged into total insanity. Tournament happened. You had this cool split protagonist moment where you were fighting in the tournament as Faye while Bart was swimming into the castle. And then we've met Dan, guys. Dan escaped from Yui's place and was ready to beat your ass for doing what you did to his sister and the village of Lahan. I defended and defended and defended and defended and defended and defended, and he used this you scum like energy beam twice. And at a certain point, I was like, I'm sorry, Dan, I gotta teach you a lesson, my man. Listen, this is just a tournament. Nobody's dying here. But if you want to fight, let's fight a little bit. Let's scrap, buddy. And he said, I don't want to hear your stupid excuses. And he took off. Went into the castle, got Margie out, Margie. And as we were escaping, ran into Ellie, who was a Solaris Gibbler soldier. And she stated, next time we meet, we'll be enemies. But at this point, helped us get free, which is very cool. There was another cutscene here with Ramses, who seems to be like the antagonist of this point in the game. Got a message from Hugh, Hyu. And Hugh was who Sigurd referred to Shitan as. So maybe there's some double agent situation going on here. And that's where we are now. We got Margie back. We're back on the Yggdrasil. And we have this freaky pink creature to deal with. You haven't seen them yet. You haven't seen them. We didn't get a picture, thankfully. Thankfully, no picture of that monster. But we got Choo Choo. I can show you Choo Choo, bro. Oh, not here. Oops. Here? Not here. Here? I don't remember. I don't know if it's... I think we just gotta keep it moving. But I'll talk to some people first. This person's hurt. You won at the martial arts tournament? Well done. Oh, if I didn't have this wound... I hear you won at the martial arts tournament. That's great. By the way, did you get hurt? Oh, you didn't? Too bad. I mean, that's good. Who do you want to weigh? Faye. You're too skinny. You need more nutrition. What about Bart? Good. Perfect weight. So I gained some weight by eating that meal in the restaurant and then lost some weight by getting like a frozen bun. Do you remember that? Oh, there's Choo Choo. Thanks, Faye. My eyes dry out when pretending to be a stuffed animal. Ouchie! I hate him. I hate him. That's not true. I don't hate him. I'm nervous about him. This is where we rest. Do you want to rest too? No, I'm okay. See you later. Let me know when you want to rest. Hey, that professor dressed in green isn't with you. Yeah, where the hell is he? Marguerite's become stronger since the last time I saw her. She is indeed the true great mother of Nisan. Helen. Oh, so courageous, so moving. Oh, right, he's just reading. Helena Troy. The Mary card collection. I'm having a difficult time collecting them all. I hope that we get to start doing that, doing some card collecting. That's like the third person that's been talking about card collections. And that sounds so fun. Man, look at this, dude. This door leads to the hall. I love it. I love it. I love when the game pulls back and they do like a sense of scale moment like this. Everything moves so nicely too. I should say that. It's not like a sluggish, snappy camera. So as I've talked about, time and time and time again, this is a fully rotatable 3D environment, where if you look at the compass in the bottom right corner, you can see where Faye is facing, and then if you use R1 and L1, you can rotate your alignment by 45 degrees. So you want to have east facing up, you can do that. You want to make north facing up, you can do that. West facing up, south facing up, and it's so fluid and nice. And I guess it's so not what you would necessarily expect from PlayStation 1 camera control. You know what I mean? This ship uses innumerable effect wings to pulverize sand and wade through it. Oh, we're just gonna get going. Young master, according to Margie, there's quite a troublemaker in Gabler. Yeah. So who the heck is he? Charon Rasmus, of the Holy Solaris Empire's Special Foreign Affairs Committee. Agency, not committee. In other words, he's the commander-in-chief of Gebler. It seems that Gebler isn't just after the excavation sites around Ave after all. You mean they're not after the Jasper? If that's their only goal, they wouldn't need to send an important man like him. Young master, this could become unexpectedly complicated. Doc hasn't come back yet, has he? Doc. No need to worry about him. He'll join us soon enough. We shall have to enter into Nisan through the secret road. Let's keep on the lookout for a lone tree in the desert as a sign of where the road lies buried. Shall we launch the Yggdrasil? Yeah, dude, this is what I'm talking about. It's like they just make it fun. They make every little thing fun. Find the one lone tree that signifies the secret road. Like, you didn't need to do all that. It just makes it fun, man. I love it. Let's look around. Let's see if we can find this one lone tree. There's Dazil. Now, do we think that the secret road is underwater? Is that a silly thing to consider? And we're going to a different continent right now? Forgot my headphones today? I think you'll get past my progress today. Whoa. Okay. Okay, we'll have to see, Mech. Mech, is this your... You said you forgot your headphones, so there's really no use in me talking too much, but is this your first time through this? It's pretty crazy. I'd love to chat with you about your impressions on it. You know, when you're able and willing. Because I really can't believe how it's paced. I mean, I felt that way about Final Fantasy VII as well. Final Fantasy VII feels like a greatest hits collection of progression. I think this might even one up that. I gotta be honest. It's crazy to think about. Look at this. The road to Nisan. Let's go. Yeah, dude. Now I see why you came down to the surface. All right, I understand you, but Karan Ramses taking over the post of Ave is pretty annoying. Thank you so much for the follow. Remember this. The moment that we learned why Doc Shitan Hugh, Shitan Uzuki Hugh came down to the surface. I mean, we haven't learned it yet, but the moment that Sigurd learned it. The home country might have had some special reasons. Yeah, obviously. But perhaps there is still a chance of success. You and I, who used to be called Elements at the Commander's Training School Jugend, are both here. Yo, thank you so much for the Prime sub as well. Hope you are right. By the way, she is still... According to Faye, there was a female aide on Car's side. Just caught up with the VODs. Oh, hey, hell yeah. I have to ask, did you catch up with the VODs from YouTube or directly here on Twitch? Awesome. I'm happy you're here. Oh, that puts a huge smile on my face. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. If you've caught up with the VODs, you understand the vibe here. A little of both. Awesome. You understand the vibe. Full first playthrough spirit. Welcome in. Thank you so much. As far as we know, this game just came out this week, and everybody in chat, myself included, are experiencing this as if we just, unwrapped the shrink wrap and put it into our PlayStation. So no retrospect, no analysis, nothing like that. We're just chilling and having a good time. That's very, very, very kind. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Man, what a vow of confidence. Thank you. I mean that sincerely. Thank you. And he said that she had indigo blue eyes and hair.
How's it going?
even Jack's ready for you. How's it going, dude? So it must be her. So all the old Elements members are on the surface world now. I guess so. All of them? Hyuga, to be honest with you, she scares me. She supports Carr and is kind to anyone, I know that very well. But sometimes I felt a strange fear in her, and that bothers me more than Carr being in this land. That cannot be true. Not in her. Yeah, I don't want to believe it either. But don't you remember how I could always sense these things quite accurately? If there's one thing to know about Sigurd, he's good at sensing things accurately. Right. By the way, have you told the young one yet? No, not yet. I don't want him to worry until we know exactly what Solaris objectives really are. But I have to tell him eventually, though. Anyway, Hyuga, have you gotten any information? Not really. I left before going into the center section. Of course Faye's always listening, bro. Oh, it's you, Bart. Don't scare me. Sorry, Dari. It sounds like Sig and your doctor friend know each other pretty darn well. Sig. Damn, I thought I knew everything about that guy. When did Doc get back? What are we attaching to here? Is this still the road to Nisan? I'll complete the remaining checks on board. I'll leave the rest up to you, Nisan. As you wish. I will have the honor of accompanying the others. Bartholomew! Healthy as ever, I hope? Yeah, how's the town? Since we got word several days ago that there might be an army advancing from the royal capital, the sect's representatives have been in discussion. What have they come up with? For now, they just plan to improve the local defenses. Also, anti-Shakan people have been gathering here, probably because they heard about what's going on. That's reassuring. Yes. However, the residents are starting to feel uneasy. People are starting to take refuge up north in the mountains. Can't blame them. By the way, how's Marguerite? Better than we thought. But I know she was in a lot of grief. Marguerite, I'm so glad you're safe.
Thanks.
All the townspeople are overjoyed by the Great Mother's return. Whoa. Whoa. And we don't necessarily know where it is on the world map either. It's a secret dock. We go down a secret tree to a secret dock and then back up in like the Ave Desert. Just hang out with this song for a second. Wow. Very pretty. I'm gonna grab this one. Have to. Wow. Alright, so this I can't actually access yet. Oh, world map. Hang on. Oh, I'm curious where we are on the world. Okay, got it. So we are on that little northern tip island off of the main continent. And it's nestled in these mountains, so there's like a sense of security there. Okay, got it. Cool. All right. Love this tune. To Nisan, everybody.
Wow! It's been such a long time since I left here.
There she goes. Return to safety. Well, first of all, we should accompany Marguerite up to meet the sisters. Huh? What is it, old Maison? Goodness gracious me. To think that little Miss Marguerite was finally able to return here. It is so awfully moving. Hey, pull yourself together, old man. Forgive me. How terribly embarrassing. I couldn't help it. I shall go back and give some instructions to the men left on the ship. Please, young master, go ahead and escort Miss Marguerite up to see the sisters. Excuse me now. Oh, man. What a town. Broken Quest, what a town. Look at these, like, copper roofs. This is awesome. This land extends all the way around the lake, which extends all the way around the cathedral. Just for fun, you might want to go all the way around it yourself. Not that there's much to see at all, mind you. It's like I don't even want to run in a place like this. I feel bad running. So it's finally begun. My late father always said, don't miss the greater happiness by being misled by minor sufferings. Oh, it hurts me to see our children placed in danger, but if it moves our country in the right direction, then it's in their benefit.
Mr. Pirate, will you let me ride in your ship someday?
Maybe when you get a little older, kid. Love split level towns. I haven't even gone down.
Margie's come back.
I can't wait.
So you're going to make your move, eh, Bartholomew? But somehow I don't think that man's just going to stand by and let you do as you please, though.
That man? He means Shakan.
Yes, it's all right to try and avenge your father, but I don't think things will be that easy, though.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I want you to know that I'm always thinking about that.
Do your best.
God, I want to go into every building. Forgive me, everybody. Sorry, Margie. Margie gets her moment before we all join her. She's safe now. Is the rumor that there are pirates in the royal capital true? I'm very sorry, but we're all full. As an apology, please accept this. Special herb tea. Reduced your weight a bit. No, I'm already skinny, man. Through a special arrangement with the town representatives, we're getting lodging. Is that a ladder? No. Can I read this note? No. Unreal. Hey, you know what I do have now, though? Speaking of interacting with the world, I have Iron Mail. Speed Ring is so sick. Iron Helmet, Iron Mail. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything else is as good. Power Ring, let him be a little stronger with the Cobra Cracker. And then Iron Mail's the best that we got. Glasses add to hit percent. Is that what we want? He's already at 8. No, Bart should have the hit percent. Bart should take hit percent. Where is it? Glasses. 16. Yeah. And then if we boost up your attack a little bit, I kind of want everybody to be kind of in the same even ballpark. 35, 16, 42. 32, 19, 58. So he's got way more defense, which is important because he's the main character. A little less attack, but that's all right. He will have more agility in order to get attacks out a little bit faster. 35, 16, 52. I'm high enough to realize the song shares many notes with Oh Canada. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a monocle situation, Hearts. What's up? And what's up, Taro? Dude. Taro, this area, absolutely crazy. This is what I'm saying, man. I think it's going to be what I talk about all game. The like highs and lows of this game's pacing are so just pinpoint precision crafted. It just feels like a greatest hits collection of like high octane spectacle moments, story driven stuff, a lot of cool downtime, and it's all done with this very steady hand of like, how do we make it done in the coolest way possible? I think it's just astounding. Alright, get me in here. I want to tackle this game eventually. It's really good. Hello, Grandma.
Hey, aren't you the young master? Hey, you!
Huh? Huh? It's Bartholomew! Oh, are you doing well? Good enough. Oh, don't try to overdo it. Hey, are those your friends back there? Yeah, Faye and Shitan. Friends of the young master are friends of ours. Take your time and look around. Thanks. Young master? The old man from the gun room sent me here for supplies. If you want, I can also get gear parts you may need. Just tell me. Whoa! Hey, good preparations. Well, if that's the case, please get the parts we need. Got it. The Snapper G-Whip would be better for my deal. Z9 1500. Currently rocking a G6 1200. We could get that on Faye, which would give me more fuel and more output. Yeah, we should do that. 3,000. We'd be running out of money here if we did this. We're at a 7.5. Let's hang out for a second. Let's not get too crazy. Earworm, man. Earworm. That looks like a Dragon Quest shield, doesn't it? This place has gotten to be a pain. My family's fleeing north to the mountains, and I'm here to buy supplies. Come on in. Looking for items. Whole bunch of souls. I don't want to sell anything. Let's see what you got for accessories. Thank you very much. Ooh. Life Stone. Doubles amount of HP restore and Ether Doubler. Uses 2x EP to do 2x effect. Whoa. I mean, expensive as hell. I don't know how the hell we get to 38,000. Doubles support effect items, increases defense. I mean, unless we stepped out and just grinded to hell, I don't think this is... We'll come back. Thank you very much. Come on in. No, I'm good. So it would double, like, if I did, like, attack up, it would do 2x attack up. Kind of crazy. How's Blidovik? It's under martial law, so it's gotten progressively harder to contact our agents in the city. According to the info we finally got just a while ago, there is no major activity. We think they've found some reason to attack and are getting ready now. The possibility exists. However, I've heard that Shakan's power base in the capital is eroding away. He's probably weaker than we thought. Anyway, it's happened and we're committed now. I feel the same way. Now that I think about it, 12 years ago, ever since the coup d'etat by Shakan, there's been a lot of tension in our country. With Marguerite back now, I agree that the former dynasty should be treated to power. Everyone feels the same, but we must look at reality. Do we have the strength to do that now? Now I hear Bartholomew, the one who brought back Marguerite, has started moving around out in the open. Oh, I'm certain Shakan is preparing a large army. Uh-oh. Shakan may be coming here soon. I knew it was too good to be true.
What's gonna happen to us if he captures this area? Will everyone be killed?
I seriously doubt that. Even he won't want to risk provoking any kind of outrage with the citizens. Especially in this situation, he'll definitely want to avoid putting himself in a compromising situation. We should set up a hiding place, just in case. Maybe there. And then we all fall through the door like Three Stooges. Please, don't either of you talk about this in front of Margie. She's only just got back from her long time in captivity, and I don't want to have her have to worry. I want her to be happy here, for just a little longer. You should not be overly worried yourself. You have just got to think about what is best for the future of this land. What is done, and you only did what you believed was right, so put the past behind you.
Huh? I'm alright. I've had enough troubles. I just want to live life peacefully.
Heard that. We should go down. What's this? Studio. Oh, we can make some music? Oh, it's painting? Oh, Faye. Oh, Faye. Actually, Nisan's a pretty popular place among artists. You can get the full shot if you want, with the full line of text. I don't want to interrupt that. Part of the reason's the scenery, but it's mostly because of the portrait of the Great Mother that's said to be in the cathedral. Unfortunately, the public's not permitted to go see it. Wow. Hey, sorry, but please don't talk to me now. Yesterday morning's view from the lake. I'm remembering the sensation of that light. Dude, I understand. I trust the process. Good luck, King. I wish Faye could have gotten a chance to paint something. It does the heart good to see the innocent play of children. Neither of us serve heaven within the Nisan Cathedral, but we pray here daily, as ones who have lived here for many years. The town representatives have been in discussion at the assembly hall since this morning. It is, I agree, Axel. I hear they're talking about a plan to deal with the troops from Ave. Some of them think the return of Margie is a nuisance. I can understand why everyone's worried, but shouldn't we be counting our blessings that the Great Mother resides in Nisan? The year is 2001. Cars have become gears. Nisan runs a country. The Church of Nisan. I'm from the Royal Army stationed down south. I may work for the current government, but my heart belongs to Nisan, and I cannot desert it. I hear there are lots of people like me who are gathering here. The residents here are kindly renting me this room, and now I'm waiting here until something starts happening. Dude, this is so nice. The kids are playing. Oh, we can go up here and around here. Wait, around across this. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Oh, that's good stuff. Look at like this overgrown moss walkway. Holy. Okay, so we're now technically inside Nisan. So we can go, around the lake. Right. That's what they said. Not that there's anything to do, but you can do it. I'm just pressing X to see if, like, maybe something comes up. And then that takes us there. And that probably takes us to that other entrance. I see. How good is this? And what is this? And perhaps, what is this? Oh. These dudes got tails, but I'm trying not to make a big deal out of it. And perhaps, what is this? Whatever happens, I'll never move from here. I know I don't like to voice theories, but I have a That's So Raven brain blast moment. And it might be haunting to say, I maybe shouldn't say it, but I have a feeling, not a feeling, I have a vision of the town under attack. And everyone is, running and in different places. And he will not move from this spot. Because whatever happens, I'll never move from here. I hope that we don't get some sort of, spin around moment where chaos ensues and this guy, listen, he said, this is my bed, this is my home, I'm not moving. Good luck, bud. All right, here we go.
These are the people who took care of me when I was small. I'm so glad you're safe.
Welcome back. Oh, Bart. I'm glad you're well. The people at the hidden port contacted us just before you came into town. I've already contacted the monastery. Please take Margie up there as soon as possible. She'll be so happy. And not to mention the sisters.
I must hurry and see the sisters.
Let's go, Margie. Wow. Oh. Oh. Wow. Wow. Margie. What a shot, dude. What a scene. Margie.
I'm back, everyone.
Oh, Margie. We're so glad you are safe.
Yes, it is all thanks to Bart and his men.
We just received word, so we were singing a hymn of praise and joy. We are so happy. Oh, what a relief. Sister Agnes. Oh, welcome back, Margie. We had faith that you and your cousin Bart would one day return safely. We and your other friends have been waiting for you.
Sister Agnes.
Unfortunately, your mother and the Blessed Royal Mother.
I know, Sister Agnes. I heard about it at the royal capital. But at least I've made it back. I'll never go anywhere or leave you from now on. I won't make you worry any more, ever again.
Bless you, my dear. It's Misericord.
Sister Agnes, this just isn't like you at all. Here I am, back safe and sound, and can't you rebuke me just a little? Oh, for old time's sake.
I'm sorry, but I'm just so happy that I cannot help but... Sister? There's no reason to be so solemnly quiet. Well, everyone, to celebrate the return of our dear sister Margie, and to express our joy to heaven, let us finish singing our hymn.
Thank you, and bless you all. Oh, yes, sister, may I go upstairs? It's been oh so long, so I want to have a look around up there, too.
Oh, but of course, dear. Don't even think of holding back from anything. Except for one thing. Never stay away so long like that again.
Ha! I knew you'd say that. Now that's the Agnes I know.
Margie, I am so glad. Been a while since the last time I was here. Huh? Something wrong, Margie?
Nothing. It's just... I guess I got a little emotional.
Anyhow, just take it easy for a while. You've put up with enough, okay?
If you're trying to make me cry, you'll fail. Oh, yes. I'll show Faye and Shaitan around our cathedral. Follow me.
What a strong girl she is. It is obvious that she really wants to just break down and cry. Yeah, you're right. That's just the way she's always been. For all her talk, she understands her position well. Maybe there are a few things I could learn from her, too. Wow. Wow. How cool, man. There she is. Is Bart our Vegeta? I don't know if I quite see a correlation. So I'm gonna say no. And I also don't necessarily know enough about Dragon Ball Z story-wise to give you any deeper account. Not really. Not really. There was a little bit of uneasy alliance going on, like right at the beginning of meeting him, but no, not enough. More like he thought we were somebody that we weren't, and the people that he has a problem with aren't us, right? And while there was like a very brief combat encounter at the very beginning, it was just a simple misunderstanding, and now everybody's totally chill. And he's a really good dude. Yeah, sort of, but I wouldn't... Not quite, because I don't think that it's like... Because I know the tropes, right? I know the tropes that you're hitting at, and I'm not just smacking you down when you're putting one up. But it's not quite that. It's not quite that. It's more like they're just, hanging out. Because he didn't necessarily like... He does truly like us. Yeah. Yeah, he's just a good dude. Thank you for the follow. Look at this shot. What a good follow pick. That was a good one. Thank you so much. All right, let's go talk to Margie. We don't need to interrupt them in the middle of their hymn.
We go up to the gallery on the second floor from here.
If anything, Taro, it's one of those things where it's like royalty is one of those situations. What's up, Bryce Hall? One of those situations where he was royal family, right? And then he got completely exiled from the royal family. And then, hang on. Bryce Hall, like Bryce Hall that I know. Okay, don't say who I am. But if it's the Bryce Hall that I know, great to see you. Great to see you. We'll put a start and a stop to it there, because that's crazy. Okay, good. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Been like a decade plus. But yeah. Yeah. Welcome in. That's wild. Absolutely wild. But we'll we'll start it and we'll stop it here, big boy. For the sake of, it took me a second. It's like, yo, it's Bryce Hall. It's like, oh, Bryce, okay. And then like, oh, okay. I put it all together for the sake of the stream and for the sake of just all of it here. From here on out, you're just big boy here.
This gets better every minute.
I thought he meant the building was a place called Bryce Hall, like some concert venue. No. Yo, it's Bryce Hall. No, bro. It's the cathedral. But welcome in, man. Welcome. I'm Capralog. First playthroughs on Twitch. That's crazy. Hello. Welcome to Xenogears. Sorry, that absolutely threw me off, as I'm sure you can understand why it would. More of, let's get back to the brass tacks. More of a Bart is ex-royalty that maybe never would have rubbed elbows with somebody like Faye if he hadn't been exiled and kind of led this life on the ground floor down low. And so he's really not much of a, like, there's no pretension to him, but certainly very, very much a, I don't know. He's a good dude. All right, here we go. Man, this is pretty. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. How magnificent. Couldn't have said it better myself.
If we ever got scolded for pranks as kids, Bart and I used to hide here.
Hey, stop telling those old stories. It's embarrassing.
But to me, Bart hasn't changed much since then.
What? You mean that you think I'm still a kid? Wow. Really making use of the 3D environments, and I gotta be honest, I am completely on board with it kinda being like a little sloppy, you know? Like, it doesn't necessarily, when we were walking through like the main hallway and it was getting cut off, I have no problem with it because you're experiencing the ambition more than you're experiencing, you know, any sort of because the execution is like 98%, but then sometimes, you know, you're walking down this hallway and things are like phasing out of existence as you walk, right? And, you know, it looks a little sloppy, but like, who gives a shit, man? Look at it. It's so cool. What's up, Austin? Dude, check out this full 360 camera. Look at this. Ready? Whoa, man. Whoa.
I like the view from here the best.
Yes. This is breathtaking. Light from outside shining through the stained glass of the cathedral's front. Bro's explaining a window. What a brilliant piece of artistry this is.
Did you notice that the two great angels only have one wing each? According to a legend handed down in Nisan,
Do I advance this? I do.
God could have created humans perfectly. But then, humans would not have helped each other. So that is what these great single-winged angels symbolizes. In order to fly, they're dependent on one another.
Get that one. Because unfortunately it advanced the other text. So we didn't get a chance to get the full thing. I'm trying to clean up like the half text boxes as much as I can. For the sake of the photo album. Ah, so that is the reason for it. I see. On further inspection, the left angel looks somewhat masculine, while the right one looks somewhat feminine. Now that is an unusual feature, is it not? Usually, these depictions are not gender specific, but these angels are clearly distinguishable as having opposing genders. Please, Shaitan, please. He's from Solaris, okay? He doesn't quite understand modern gender discussion. And the space between them is the path from where God advents. Or could it be the path leading to God? Well, I do not know. It could be either, or even both. Now I see. This all coincides with the teachings of Nisan.
Why, Dr. Shitanazuki, you're an amusing fellow.
Oh, excuse me. It is a habit of mine. The doc knows a lot about a lot of things. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's talking about. Forcing them to fly together? It would be less bothersome if they could fly on their own, don't you think, Faye?
Bart, you miss the deeper meaning and the beauty of it. Someday I wish I could be of help to someone like that. Oh, we haven't visited the room of Sophia yet, have we? You're really supposed to go through some procedures before you can see it, but this time I think it'll be alright if I make a special exception.
Sophia?
Yeah, Sophia. She is revered as the founding mother of the Nisan nation, and the founder of the Nisan religion, who set forth its teachings.
Nisan Nation, rise up, what you driving?
There's a special room upstairs that has a portrait of Mother Sophia in it.
Just laying on the horn. Nisan Nation, make some noise! I would definitely like to view that. Faye, let us go have a look at it. No, but that doesn't work because that's air horns. It's got to be car horns. Hang on. Nisan Nation, make some noise! Why aren't they overlaying them? This audio has been helping me fall asleep every night since it came out 4 years ago. Thank you, Sunville Sounds. At 8 hours, 11 minutes, and 32 seconds, I almost cried from emotions. The sound of that honk really touched my heart. My favorite part is when the horn was honking. Make a longer version. I hate having to click replay. It's a 10-hour long video. It sounds like a bunch of guys passing a guy holding a sign. One at a time, honking. Make some noise! All right, here we go. I understood. I understood completely. All the way up here, man. It's a big staircase. Oh, is this going to be the point at the top of the cathedral?
It's farther on in.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my, what an exquisite portrait. And the beautiful young lady portrayed is quite beyond comparison too. What is more, this looks rather familiar.
What do you think, Faye?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is a different color, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same.
What?
Hair color? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look! It's the girl I met in the forest. It's Ellie! I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Yes, well, now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. But that is not what I was talking about. I meant that the brush techniques and overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Really?
And there's the pendulum necklace that caused him to freak out. Does it? I'll get one where I can time it.
First of all, I'm nowhere near as good an artist. No, it is very similar to your style. But somehow I can sense an atmosphere of sadness in this picture. She is smiling, but in a way gives the impression that she is anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self. Or perhaps it is the inner feelings of the artist being conveyed.
Shaitan is being the guy that acts like he hasn't played this game before. He's given us leading thought queries.
Ah. If you look closely, you will notice that the painting is not completely finished.
Oh, now he's really the guy that's played this before. Now he's really the guy.
The artist put his brushes down when it was near completion.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. But my grandmother might have known about it. Oh, what if we ask Agnes? She may know something.
Very cool. Very, very, very cool. And again, can we like reasonably assume that this window is the window at the point at the very, very, very tippy top of the cathedral itself? Rhetorical question.
All right, then. I'll be with Sister Agnes.
Well, shall we head back to the town for now? Yes, all right. But this painting has caught my curiosity. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? Yeah, okay. I guess we'll stop by your room on the way out. Oh, let's go.
Lacan.
Is something wrong, Faye? You look like you are daydreaming. Huh? No, it's nothing. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. More doors. Oh, wow, look at this, dude.
Why does war never disappear from this world? To me, it's clear that it is meaningless. Perhaps it's our fate to ever be at discord with each other.
We're transcribing scrolls. Scrolls over 100 years old get worn, so we renew them. It is one of our daily tasks. What's up, pig? The road must be taken. The road we must take is out there somewhere, a way out of the confusion we're now facing. The sister sitting diagonally across from me? She's desperately looking for that answer. Okay. Let her business be her business, thank you.
Somewhere. It must be somewhere. The truth that we've not yet come to know. That scared me.
You're very devoted.
Well, sort of. It's just that after sneaking into the capital, I started to think about a lot of things. And I've come to realize that the world isn't right the way it is now.
Oh, yeah? What's up, Sister Agnes? I understand you were shown Sophia's portrait. The lady portrayed in that picture is Nisan's great founding mother. Some say that it was painted at least 500 years ago. 500 years ago? Now, that is quite amazing. Personally, I find it intriguing. Do you have any historical material from that period? In our hands, there are no such records left intact. All records and materials concerning Sophia have been lost. The portrait is the only thing left. We too do not have much knowledge about her. That is too bad. So there really is nothing left at all. For someone who has helped Marguerite, I would have loved to have shared them, but unfortunately I am unable to help here. Oh well, none the matter. Please do not worry about it, I was just inquiring. But it does seem somewhat strange. If such a majestic building as this survived history, then it is likely that a scroll or two would remain too. According to tradition, Sophia was present about 500 years ago. She sacrificed herself for the people and has been summoned to be with God. And that is all that I can tell you. I see. So everything was lost in the darkness of history. I think so. The nature surrounding this game's release in the West, from what by the West I mean the United States, was very framed around that strategic partnership between Square and Electronic Arts, where Electronic Arts was to publish Square games in the US and Square was to publish Electronic Arts games in Japan. And maybe that strategic partnership just never made it overseas. I guess the real question about it is, did Parasite Eve come out in PAL regions? No, it didn't. Did Brave Fencer Musashi come out in PAL regions? No, it didn't. And what about Bushido Blade 2? Nope. So it was probably a... Yes, it did because I owned it. Maybe you owned the sequel. Parasite Eve 2 did come out in PAL regions because that was published by Square Europe, which was probably founded later on. Was founded in late 1998 in London, England, focusing on publishing within Europe. On December 5th is the announcement of the corporate history when the founding happened. We can translate this to English. EUROPE. 1990. Oh, this doesn't have it. Must have been the sequel. Yeah. So it probably just had to do with the very early publishing partnership that was going on at the end of 1998. Hi, Eris. Hi, Raiders. Hello. What's good, CKX? Stoop to Poop? Rome? Good to see you all. Eris, what's up? How are you? You were at it today? You did a little early stream, or were you rocking like a 20 hours? No, I'm just kidding. You were playing some more Dark Souls this afternoon? Nice. How's it going? How are the gargoyles doing? When I got off for the night last night, I was watching you. I never used the fireballs. I just had to beat the boss, and I did it. Let's go. Congratulations. Raiders, welcome in. Hello. I'm Capralog. My channel is a first playthrough channel. We're playing Xenogears right now. If you're familiar with Xenogears, if you're a JRPG fan, or if you're just a fan of gaming in general, welcome aboard. I have a pretty specific focus over here on the channel, and I'll break it down for you. Every game we play on this channel is chosen randomly. I don't pick what gets played next. We use marbles on stream to roll for our next full playthrough. It could take us to something brand new like College Football 25. It could take us to Xenogears. It could take us to Ultima 1. It could take us to Time Splitters. No matter where we fall, when a game gets beaten, we go for another brand new game from a randomly selected list. What Axel just pulled up was the list for this most recent playthrough, because I have a backlog of over 1,200 games. A lot of games. And what I do is I will randomize the full list and then roll from that list. And we got Xenogears for this playthrough. But it just as well could have been The Witcher, or Wanted Dead, or Vivisector Beast Within, or Odin Sphere, or Rez, or A Mind Forever Voyaging, or Max Payne. I don't know where we're going to go next. This sounds like a good way to get through our backlog. Now I want to do something similar for all my unplayed Steam games. CKX, it's so fun. It's so fun. I'm having a lot of fun with Xenogears. Let me move you into the next segment, okay? So we rolled based on this entire list. It could have been Nosferatu, Wrath of Malachi. It could have been Kid Chameleon or Kingsfield. We got Xenogears. From that moment on, I need everybody to close their eyes for a minute, open their eyes again. It is suddenly October 20th, 1998. This stream is about acting like today is launch day. Leave retrospective impressions or analysis or any word about its sequels or anything going on around the game at the door. I like to focus on taking in this game's history and everything about Xenogears from the perspective of its launch. So we started this playthrough by crawling through a bunch of old video game magazines looking for as much preview footage as we could find. Through 1997, when it was announced at Tokyo Game Show 1997, I can show you this, it's kind of cool, all the way through its release in 1998. So we learned quite a bit about Square and Electronic Arts forming this partnership. Check this out. This was at Tokyo Game Show 1997. Look at the Xenogears booth when it was first announced. Look at that. How cool, man. This was the reveal. Next to Einhander, right there. This is, an executive at Square, and then the very first trailer of Xenogears shown on Famitsu Magazine's Game Catalog TV show. Really cool. A really deep, dedicated flow through the history of gaming over here. I want every game we play to feel like it's brand spanking new. Here's the magazine ad from 1998. Some of you might remember it if you were around and reading game magazines at the time. I think it's so striking. I think this whole game is so striking. And then, my first playthrough of Xenogears. I had that on my wall? Hell yeah, dude. That's so sick. What's up, Slugmo? What's up, Maddie? How is everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, I stream 5 nights a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're doing full playthroughs, first playthroughs of the randomly selected main game on the channel. Right now it's Xenogears. Right before this, we beat Bully, Rockstar's Bully from 2006. And before that, we played Might and Magic Book 1, Secret of the Inner Sanctum from 1986 on the Apple II. And then before that, I did my first ever playthrough of Pokemon Red version, start to finish. So next up, I have no idea where we're going to go. For now, we're settled in, cozy here in Xenogears. We're going to get back to it here. I'm really loving it. We were talking a little bit about why this game never made it to PAL regions, and came to the conclusion that Square and Electronic Arts formed this strategic partnership that was announced at E3 1998, where EA would publish Square games in the West using their resources, and Square would publish EA games in the East using their resources. So, the Maddens and the PGA Tours and all of those EA games would have Japanese distribution, and role-playing games would have Western distribution. The reason for that being, Square was desperately trying to get out from under Sony publishing. They wanted to have independent publishing so that they could go multi-platform and be a little bit more confident and comfortable with multi-platform releasing. So we were talking a little bit about why it maybe never made it in PAL regions, and I just cross-referenced the other 4 games that were released in the launch lineup of this partnership: Parasite Eve, Xenogears, Bushido Blade 2, and Brave Fencer Musashi, and none of them came out in Europe. So we can only assume that partnership was a US exclusive thing. Wanting to get out from under Sony makes a ton of sense. They like making a lot of decisions for their underling studios. Yeah, and I feel like it's just one of those things that even removed from, executive producer meddling, there's got to just be something liberating about independent publishing, right? And I don't know if Final Fantasy VII would have been Final Fantasy VII if they didn't have Sony money backing it, getting it ready for release on the PlayStation 1. So, looking at it, it goes both ways, But in any event, never made it out in Europe. So this game is a Japanese and North American exclusive. One of the things that I do find really cool that I'll show really quickly before we get to things here, there's a lot of talk when it comes to Xenogears in particular around release time. I'm talking about when this game was originally announced, talking about it might not come out in the United States because of the, quote, controversial religious themes, right? It was announced in September of 1997 in Japan. It released in February of 1998 in Japan. And for a good 8 months, nobody knew if it was going to be making it out here. And at E3 1998, when this partnership was announced between EA and Square, PSM August 1998 issue here with Jun Iwasaki, the president of this Square EA LLC, the president of this partnership. It was asked directly by him. We originally heard that Square was concerned about the releasing Xenogears in the US because of its religious overtones. What in particular was so worrisome? He laughed at the question and said, "Oh, that was just a rumor. We never said anything regarding any reservations about the title. And the story isn't even heavily religious. Rather, it's only a concept of whether or not a god does or does not exist. The characters don't do or say anything overtly religious, and there's no reference to any specific religion. We believe the gamers won't have a problem with it. Nothing will be cut, although we've done it in the past with games like Final Fantasy VII." I think we're straddling a line here because I am now 14 hours into the game, and let's not get into any sort of spoiler territory. The game obviously has slaying God. The God Slayer, killing God, referenced multiple times. I think what he meant, both in relation to, he's a businessman, right? He's gonna say what he's got to say to get the thing out. But as far as the characters don't do or say anything overtly religious, and there's no reference to any specific religion, I think what he's referencing is like, this isn't like a Catholic church. This isn't a Protestant church. This isn't a Jewish synagogue. This isn't a, it's just faith. It's just nondescript faith and understanding of life after death and this meeting of human mortality and religious immortality and what those two mean and if they mean, anything that they mean. And obviously this is going up against all of that. But I do find it funny that magazines were running with this idea. Square is scared to publish Xenogears in the West because it's so controversially religious. And it gets asked, not, is this true? They asked, what was so worrisome? And he was like, let me just nip this in the bud right now. Square never said anything regarding reservations about Xenogears. That's just a rumor this is just the rumor mill of media. And I think it's really cool to go back and look at history directly and put yourself on the ground in the shoes of, if you were getting excited for this game as it was coming out, what were the things that you would have absorbed along the way so that you can kind of separate this larger than life mythologizing of something like Xenogears, which is now kind of this titan of analysis and theming and all of that. And really just bring it back to game magazines were like, look at how cool it is. This is the next Final Fantasy VII, except now you can spin the camera around. That was really what people were talking about, right? That's really what people were discussing at the time. At the time at the time of release, it was like, man, sprites on 3D backgrounds. That's a lot like Grandia. It's a Square game where you can spin the camera around. and there are giant robots. Who doesn't love giant robots? You know what I mean? It's very, very, very cool. So I'm going to get back to things here. I played the Xenogears demo, and the demo had me jonesing hard. We booted up the demo on the stream last Thursday, and the VOD for that is here if you guys want. If you want to look through when we were looking at the magazines and everything like that. It was one of my favorite streams I've done in a very long time. Well, here's the stream itself. We spent the entire time looking through old game magazines and digging in deep to John Ricciardi's E3 favorite of Xenogears, right? The other thing that I would say, right, Exact Orangutan? I'm gonna call you Exact if that's cool. It might even go down to Zach in time. Yes, so I don't have the Xenogears 1 up yet, Tarot Shart. I have not completely, I've been so busy this week. I had friends in town. I've had a busy week. I don't have the Xenogears 1 up yet. What I would say in regards to what you said, Exact, about not heavily religious and further exacerbate an orangutan. Hell yeah. Yeah, there are older ones. Every game I make gets a companion where I compile all of that. Why did that not come up? There it is. Where I compile all of that context and history into a blog post so that if you wanted to go back and learn about a game as it was coming out, you can have direct archived links to chronological history of games. So Jack Thompson, calling for the boycott of Bully with protests in summer of 2005, the Game Informer cover story, all gets put in a place so that you can kind of reframe and become a part of history directly. It's very fun. That's what I'm all about here. I'm getting mad flashbacks to some of this stuff. I'm glad you did this. I've been doing this, Stoop. It just took you a minute to get here. Now you're in. I've been at this for a while, man. Thank you so much for the follow. One thing that I did want to say before we get back to this, because we're talking to Sister Agnes right now. As far as further comments about the religious and redacted, future stuff, you got to think about it this way. He's still a businessman, and there's a story in Bully's release window where Jack Thompson called upon a Florida district court to block the sale of Bully in the United States. Quoting it as, and I mean this literally, he said this, his words, not mine, quote, Columbine Simulator. Columbine changed the face of America, but you are about to come out with a game that celebrates, glamorizes, and trains kids to do what Klebold Harris did. Are you nuts? Now, we all know that Bully is like about as, offensive as Catcher in the Rye is. However, Take-Two and Rockstar had a Florida district judge sit in front of a TV while a Rockstar representative played 2 hours of Bully uninterrupted for this judge. And then the judge came back after watching and said, yeah, there's no problem here. This is a ridiculous case. Please get out of my office. Get out of my courtroom. And threw the case away. Now, Bully probably has some bullying in it, right? We can't act like Bully doesn't have some bullying in it. It is not all sunshine and roses and you just putting an end to being rude to students. You can be pretty mean in Bully if you choose to, but to have, the developer and the publisher right there to really explain the ideas of the game and the themes of the game and whatever else, I think in that same breath, this interview saying, it's not anything heavily religious. If he got somebody in the room and showed them 10 hours of this game, they'd go, Oh yeah, it's not very heavily religious. I don't know if it'll get there. It's my first playthrough. The game just came out over here, October 20th, 1998. Game just came out. I don't know if it's going to get there. However, to this point, I don't think that it would raise eyebrows beyond Graf standing in front of a blood moon saying, "Yo, Fair, you ready to kill God, brother?" I think that that's like as deep as we're getting right now. And so you kind of get the benefit of getting lost in the shuffle of a massive title to kind of hide behind any of that more explicit stuff. But I digress. Yeah, so far it's completely on par with anything that I've played in the past. In a cool way, I'm having a good time. But that does not give you guys open free reign to talk about what could or could not happen in the future. I'm frankly not interested. The one pictured in the portrait in the painting room is Sophia. She's the first great mother of Nisan. According to legend, the portrait was painted about 500 years ago.
I wonder what kind of person Sophia was. I would have loved to have met her.
But yeah, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Yeah, I go even one step further of not confirming or denying and just backspace the message before it even starts. Eris, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid, truly. Congratulations on beating the boss. I'm assuming it was the gargoyles? Eris chat members can confirm that for me. I'm glad you're loving Dark Souls. And I'm glad that your experience with Dark Souls has been a really nice first playthrough, because like this, we've had a lot of talk about games being, quote, one of those. There are certain games that are hard for gamers to reckon with the fact that you haven't played before if they are a big fan of that game. Metal Gear Solid is one of them. Disco Elysium has very quickly become one of them. Xenogears is one of them. Dark Souls is one of them. I would even go so far as to say, like, Planescape Torment. If you say that you're ready to play Planescape Torment, you're going to get people coming out of the woodwork trying to preempt your expectations for Planescape Torment. Outer Wilds, KOTOR 1 and 2, Fallout New Vegas, not necessarily Fallout 3 or 2 or 1. New Vegas is the one where people are just ready to put some expectations in your head. And Dark Souls is definitely one of those games. So I'm glad that by and large, you're having a good time. Because it is a really good time. I love Xenogears to bits, but I'm 0% surprised if people haven't played it. I guess I more so mean if somebody does play it, if a Xenogears fan gets a sniff that there's a first playthrough going on somewhere, they're ready. They're ready, man. It's like a bloodhound out there. But no, honestly, all things considered, 15 hours in, it's been pretty great. It's been pretty great. We've actually had a really, really chill time. Even Namco Bandai's localization team tried to put expectations in players' heads before the game came out in the West. Jerusalem with the arrow point. Yeah, CKX, I talk about that a lot. The way that Prepare to Die edition morphed, I think, fan and community and culture understanding of the Souls games. And then streaming culture. And again, I don't want to talk about this too much because, Eris is in her first playthrough. The boss rush, mentality of Twitch streaming a Souls game, I think has disincentivized how nice it is to hang out in an open world RPG of Dark Souls. Yes, I completely agree. And here I am, LOL, Maddie. Good to see you. With that being said, again, it's not an inherently negative thing. It's just those games do exist. I gotta talk to this guy a second time. Here, let's talk to him again. As a matter of fact, the guy next to me and I were born here. Years ago, we both got tired of the peaceful but boring life here, so we ran away from home. But we both ended up enlisting in the army. It's not that we have any particularly happy memories or whatever here, it's just that, after all, this is the land of our birth, so, well, you know. Playing as content will incentivize progress in a way that playing doesn't. I think that's a very profound way of putting it that I haven't been able to put a finger on. Playing as content is different than just experiencing through play. Whether it's through reactions or challenges or whatnot. So much of the gameplay of Elden Ring is in your head. Sure. Yeah, I think that's a good encapsulation. Preparations should be starting near the border of this sect's country for the charge by the royal capital's army. But a miscalculated move directed on the enemy is certain to backfire on us. So we'll be taking covert action for a while. I'm on my way there now, but I thought I'd offer a prayer before I go.
I want to see with my own eyes what will become of this country.
Can I go up to the altar itself?
Woohoo!
Wow. This game is so pretty, man. I've been just overwhelmed, enamored by the pacing and just overwhelming sense of maximalizing the moments in this game. I think that this game does an incredible job of making the little things very cool and very compelling, right? Like, for an example, getting to this town, you had to find the only tree on the world map in the big desert, and that's where the secret road is. And then you burrow under the sand through the secret road and then come up here in Nisan. And it's like, it could have just done anything else. It could have been a bridge. But no, this game has such a dedicated effort in going like, how do we make this shit as cool as possible? And I appreciate it so much. I think it's so good. I had no idea. Why, the Great Mother is younger than I am? I'm new here, so I don't know much. Me neither. I don't know what's going on, but let's just avoid any trouble now, okay? It does the heart good to see the innocent play of children. Oh yeah, we talked to that guy. We're gonna go and rest, right? That's my move. Which I think was... Oh, here we go. Aha! Nisan. Young master! What's wrong with him? The people of Nisan were most generous to allow us to rent this house, so there will be no need to seek lodgings at the inn for a while. Also, Master Sigurd wishes a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where is Sig? The good Master Sigurd is waiting for you inside. Alright, thanks, my son. Master Sigurd awaits you inside, sir. Yo, no problem, John. I had a lot of fun doing that. Let me know what you think of each of them when you listen. I think there's an asymmetry of streamer chat parasocial relationships that drives a lot of the backseating impulses. Since, like, if you're not actually in the room hanging out, if you're having a bad time with a thing that I like, there's a limit to how much I can do to improve that experience. Yeah. Yes. Rome and I have talked about this. Hey, what's good, Snow? What's up, baby? What's up, baby? Thank you for 34 months, dude. Snow and I, I'm sure Snow and I have talked about this, but I think about it with Rome. As far as backseaters are concerned, a backseater, by and large, right? If we remove malicious people from the equation, a backseater by and large is somebody that loves a game so much, and what they want to do more than anything, Hearts, thank you for gifting a sub to John, is make sure that the person that they're loving, that they're watching, is equipped enough to love the thing as much as they do. Hype train incoming, baby. And so it's usually not. It's a matter of enthusiasm. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I love Xenogears, and if you watch somebody who's like, oh man, it's kind of boring. You're like, well, no, it's not boring. Just try this, and this. Yo, Stoop, thank you so much for the sub. Hype train, baby. Hype train. Not get discouraged by points of confusion. Right. And so what I can promise here is, and I can genuinely promise this, and people have been here. Snow, you've been here for 34 months. I'm having a good time with whatever I play. I think I've very successfully trained my brain in such a way where I can find the fun in pretty much anything. Sometimes I'm surprised in myself that I can get 70 hours into Might and Magic from 1986 and still want to dig in. Hang on, give me 1 second. You know what's in this box? It's hard to see the ones that you parasocially love struggle. That's so true. My thoughts are always like, if it's the type of things that you'd read in an instruction manual and the streamer doesn't mind, that's fine, but anything more and it becomes counterproductive. Yes. People told Eris to buy an item today that she should not have any knowledge to buy, and I'm still seething about it. Dude, I understand. I mean, you know, you'll catch on. I am definitely I'm pretty militant about it. I'm pretty militant about it to a degree where I think sometimes new people can find it annoying, and I've found that the best way to frame this is this launch day experience, you know? Just kick back. Who cares? As far as you are concerned, you don't know anything either. We're just learning out here. You know, that's the beauty of a first playthrough. That you understand the economics of how streaming a cult classic can be farmed for channel growth, and then choose to engage with it in this format is insightful and refreshing. Yeah, the launch day feeling of, while you're here, none of what you know, just put on your silly little kayfabe hat and just act like we're all chilling here and learning this for the first time. Listen, folks. It's been a while since we've done this. Thank you so much for the hype train. Thank you. I'm gonna give you one on the house right now because it's been a long time since we've done this, and I actually lost this box for a long time. I owe you one. Zap Packs are a 1992. Hearts, thank you for gifting. Holy moly! Hearts, thank you for gifting 10 subs. Oh, 5. That's 5. It's not 10. I saw your sub goal of 10 was completed. Thank you for 5 gifted subs. Thank you. There was a 10 in there somewhere. Urgent Sandwich, Graham Plays, Schlibbity, Emmy Keeley, and Marsamaro. Thank you, Hearts. Thank you very much. Zap Packs. I found this when we did our first playthrough of Battletoads. So I did a full playthrough of Battletoads on the NES, And while learning stuff about the history of Battletoads, I came across these. Zap Packs is a trading card game. Well, there's no real game to it, but it is a trading card set of NES games. So Battletoads, Totally Rad, Double Dragon, a whole bunch of NES games where a card company in Grand Prairie, Texas partnered with US publishers and made a card game set where the front of the card is key art, the back of the card is fun facts or tips and tricks for how to progress through the game. Now, we have opened most of the packs in this box, but we have not gotten 100% of the cards in the set. So we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a lot of cards. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there are only 10 cards left. I didn't know they existed either until I was learning stuff about Battletoads. We only have a few packs left. Eris, since you rated, do you have a color preference of what you'd want to see opened for the good luck? Got purple, red, yellow, or green. You got a preference here? If you don't, I'm going to just go ahead and pull one of them. I'm going to go red or yellow because those are the ones that I don't have. I'll give you 5 more seconds because I know there's a delay. But if not, go yellow. It's a happy color. All right. Here we go. Inside this pack are, I don't remember, 8 cards? 8 cards per pack. Okay? We have not opened the holo yet. So inside this box, theoretically, is a holographic card. And let's see if we get it today. Thank you so much for the hype train. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for the follows from Eris's raid. I really do appreciate that. If you're not already following the channel, consider it. We have a lot of fun here. Thank you for the subs today. You know, we got a lot of Blind Faith subs, and I so greatly appreciate it. It's incredibly, incredibly, incredibly kind. And by Blind Faith, I mean, you know, haven't been lurking or talking for a long time and decided to sub. Ready? Here we go. 8 cards. First card, Yukimaru from the Creon Conquest. Second card, Skull Tank from Metal Mech Man and Machine. That thing's crazy. That might be new. Next card, Castle Magician from Milon's Secret Castle. That is definitely new. I have never seen this guy before. He's awesome. Look at his hairline. Next up, looks like it's from Vice Project Doom. Titan Alien. Also crazy looking. All right, next up, Octopus from Adventure Island 2. Beautiful. Next up, Ratman from Vice Project Doom. We got 2 cards left. The Cryon Queen from Cryon Conquest. Is this last one gonna be the holo, dude? From Shadow of a Ninja. Oh, no, it's not, but it is one of my favorite cards, Emperor Garuda. This is so anime, dude. This businessman smoking a damn cigar with the evil spirit Shadow behind him. So cool. He's about to teleport behind you. He really is. Oh, this one's awesome. Every game that you see represented in these Zap Packs is on the list. So there is always a chance that one of these games will be played in the future. And if it is, we'll have a bunch of tips and tricks at the ready for it. 70 puts me here. We've got 63, and 39. All right, ready? Let's go through and put these cards in. At 25, 9, 18, 25, the Creon Queen from the Creon Conquest joining this set of Creon Conquest Queens. 29, we are looking at Ratman right up here. We'll go ahead and slot him in here. 36, Emperor Garuda. Go ahead and put him in here. 39 is the Octopus from Adventure Island 2. Very good, nice and easy. Next up, 63. So we're going a little further ahead. This is 45, so that makes this 54, which makes this 63. We're looking at Skull Tank. So we'll go ahead and get Skull Tank right slotted in here. At 70, we've got Yukimaru right here. And I'm happy to let you know that Titan Alien, card number 72, is a brand new card. That's beautiful. Last but not least, going to 81, going to 90, 91, 92, 93, and 94, Castle Magician from Mylon's Secret Castle. It's coming together, folks. It's coming together. We got 7 more packs. We got a few new cards in the mix. Are we going to get the full Zap Pack set? You know how good that would feel if we got the full set? Oh, man. We haven't gotten the holo yet, though, which is interesting. The box does say randomly packed hologram. So it should happen at some point. Randomly packed hologram. Theoretically, I mean, we've opened quite a few of them. We have, 9 packs left. So, I guess we'll see. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the hype train. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for being here. Let's get back to Xenogears. It's been a long time since I've done that. I just recently moved, and I unpacked the Zap Packs box not too long ago. So, very exciting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, story time, story time, story time. Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what our plans from here on are. All right, but before we do that, there's something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Flexin'. Sig? What's up with you and that Gebler officer? I mean, what's the connection between you and him? You sure know a lot about Gebler for some reason. Oh, sick. Here we go. Lock in. All right. I'll tell you. Any new members of the chat? Exclamation point. You can take a picture of what's going on screen at any given time. And we have a running photo album in the Discord where you can see our entire playthrough in chronological order with photo credits for the photographs taken. Just a heads up. Exclamation point or exclamation point snap. Me and Shitan here, we used to live in Solaris. Solaris? You mean where Gebler's from? That's right. My son's like, oh shit, it's happening right now. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They're used as manual labor. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? Is that where you met him? Yes, it was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while, but we learned to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. You were friends with these people? Yo, CSCKX. I met you when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since then, so this would have had to have happened even before then. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I'd heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it now? I mean, surely you could have told me about this, especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing that Shakan idiot. I wish you'd have told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris on our own, and for our own reasons. Now they've appeared before us, and we can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. Look at how ornate every single room is in terms of decor. So crazy. All right. I understand, but can you, elaborate a little more? He's sitting down. He's ready for it. Oh! Cool. Okay, where is Solaris? What's good, Cookie Jar? What bugs me is this surface dwellers thing. I mean, it's as if Solaris is in another location, like up in the clouds or something. Yes, well. Etranonk, the capital of the Solaris Empire, is located in the skies above. Solaris is separated from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between the two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. Sorry, I didn't get you with the full text on that one. I was in reading mode. I apologize. There's always going to be a little delay. To get to Ave, we stowed away on a regular flight to the surface. What's up, Troa? I came much later than Sigurd did, but I also escaped in the same way. How am I liking it? It's so good. I frankly have no idea how far into it I am or how much of it is left. I don't want to know. This could be like the 90% point. This could be like the 15% point. And either way, dude, I'm along for the fucking ride. I'm down for whatever happens or whenever it happens. I don't want any sort of hinting at, any sort of twists and turns. I would love to see a remake. Why would you need a remake? The game just came out this week. We're on a blind ride, baby. Brand new game. Let's go check out, what are the lambs? That is the word that Solarians use to indicate those who live on Earth. Right, I gathered that. As I said before, such surface dwellers or earth dwellers are used for manual labor there. Manual labor could be anything from soldiers to administrative jobs. Solaris gathers its workforce from the land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by who is most suitable. What I will say regarding a remake, though, dude, this game holds up. This game holds up. Play it right now. The only thing is, why can't it just, be, like KCG said the other night, why can't it just, be on the Switch? They could just snap their fingers and put it on the Switch, and it should be. Really, really, really just... It's aged very, very well. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used as a test subject. There was probably something that they valued inside of me.
You too, Doc?
No. I was born in the lower city levels. It is not a complete secret. But I guess I am a Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people. Pure Solarians are rare. They would not even make up a quarter of Ave's total population. So they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. And who is that man? Ramses. His name is Karan Ramses. As you know, he's the Gebler commander.
Ramses?
We call him Kar. In Solaris, there is an officer training school called Hugend. He became the commander after leaving there. He is a lower-level citizen, the same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduating, he rose through the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man had one ideal: to achieve a consolidation of all his colleagues. Even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army.
So, you two were picked by Ramses?
No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At that time, Ramses was our hope. He had high ideals and wanted to change the system in Solaris. To us test subjects and the lower-level citizens, he was truly all that we wished for.
A benefactor?
Yes, I suppose even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals.
And why did you leave?
Why was it that you wanted to flee from Solaris?
Here we go, baby.
We were placed in key military positions by Ramses. And thanks to that, we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers.
The lambs, right?
They weren't just using us lambs for slave labor. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities, make them more aggressive, and draw out their latent abilities. They were using us as human guinea pigs to test their own psychological alteration drugs.
Human guinea pigs? You mean experimenting on humans?
Yes, for example, drive. Oh, we learned about drive. We learned about drive. And so the fact that those freaks that crashed the party at Bart's secret hideout were on drive was probably an indication that this was a Gebler situation. Got it. That's how they were tipped off. That drug, and all others like it that are used now, are byproducts of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. This drive drug is something that anyone in the Solaris army can use? At least anyone in the Gebler forces who is sent to the surface.
You're worried about her, huh?
I saw some. In her room. No.
Anyway, using slaves as guinea pigs. How low are these guys?
Love the backdrop on that info dump. Yeah, I mean, the cinematography across the board is just, it makes it all so fun.
Damn.
I understand. I think I get most of it. I appreciate the honesty, and I think I get most of it. Old Nisan, go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. I'm going outside to get some air. I should have been honest with him sooner. It is best not to worry about it. You did all you could at the time. The young one will understand. I am sure the young master would never have dreamed of such a tale. I guess you already knew? Well, now that you ask, yes. Yes, I did. However, when Sigurd was telling his story, I thought it was best to stay quiet. Please try and help the young master come to terms with all of this. This is the same song used at the very opening of the game, with the text crawls. Cool. I had a feeling you'd be here. I had no idea Sig had such a past. Are you still suspicious of Sigurd? Well, I mean, it was just so sudden, man. I kind of expected to hear something different, like that we were childhood rivals or something. But that's nothing compared to the story he just told us, is it? So hearing his story has you confused because it was not so simple. There was a time when he was cooperating with one of Gebler's generals. Furthermore, behind Gebler was a country that you had never even heard of. Hey, what are you picking on me for? No, I am not picking on you or blaming anything on you. What I am saying is this. If you think about how he feels, then you should see why he could not talk about this with you till now. Looking at the activities of Solaris towards the other countries up until now, it has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire or self-preservation. And as you have seen, their military power is immense. So Sigurd was probably thinking ahead. First, he was probably concentrating on taking care of the problems here on the continent of Ignis. Once things were settled here, it would give him a stronger foundation to deal with Solaris later. Which is a much better plan than rushing straight into a war he knew he could not win. Quite logical, really. Sounds like you understand one another pretty well. Well, it is not like we are newly acquainted now, is it? And we had talked about a lot of things up until we decided to escape from Solaris. Speaking of that, why did you leave? That Ramses guy, wasn't he supposed to be a star of hope or something? Yes, I certainly thought so at first. But then I realized his way of thinking really was not that much of a change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether they stressed people's rank and class or their skill. Well, the words had changed, but it was still no different from what Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intentions of bringing everyone a better way of life. In other words, he's an elitist. Well, I don't think I like him much either. Hell yeah, Bart. So, Chitan, do you think that I can beat Gebler? Why? Are you planning on fighting them? As long as they're working with Shakan, I see no way around it. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later. I do suppose so, but Even if we were to defeat the Gebler forces here, there is still Solaris to deal with. If we are not careful, it is possible that we may get involved in a longer war than that with Shakan. Do you not agree that continuing the way we have been going is rather hard on everyone? I think it is time we try to get help from a greater number of people. So, defeating Shakan's not gonna get rid of the likes of Gebler? I know what you're trying to say. To vanquish Gebler, first, I have to gain thy throne, right? You could put it that way. What do you mean, you could put it that way? But then again, maybe it is time I did something about that. We'll go back to Sigurd. He's not here. We'll go up to the cathedral, or maybe into the Yggdrasil even. Let's go to the Yggdrasil. Because we were put up in that room, but now he's not there. Just trying to think about where they might be. Everything's ready. No problem, sir. No problem, sir. No problem, sir. This guy's got problems. No problem, sir. So good. Maybe I can't actually go down here yet. Okay, they're blocking me off. Alright. It's so cool, guys. It's so cool. It's all so cool. Alright. Oh, right, we also learned that they were perhaps testing drugs on Margie. Any number of ways that we... Oh, no. They rented out the town hall. Nisan had them rent out the town hall. So we could finish our discussion there. That's what it was. I was about to say any number of places that we could go right now. And then I started thinking about all the buildings. And yeah. Bart said exactly that. So we're going up here and into this building. Yes. I went to the tool shop to borrow a table. The owner said if we need anything for the young master, just ask for it. What's up, Brad Malcon? I'm grateful. When I was a kid, I borrowed stuff from there and I got in big trouble. Borrowed? What did you take? Well, a toy boat. I think that's what it was. It would be accurate if you called me Impreza by this skyline. Me too, man. Me too. Welcome to Nisan Nation. I put fireworks in it, and I let it float on the cathedral's lake. I always used to play Navy. What's good, Dappy? I'm not sure, but I think I pretended that the lake was the open sea, and that I was the fleet commander. Anyway, forget those old stories. We should get started. Let's go. First things first, Gebler is the big problem. Yes, Ramses is headed towards achieving his goals. That he is now the commander of Gebler is proof of that. A normal man could not progress so quickly through that country's organization. And now he is presently located here, in Ignis. Frankly, this situation is not very favorable. We need to somehow find a weak spot and attack it with all of our might. First, let's just concentrate on Shakan, okay? Once he's out of the way and Ave is safe again, we can think about how to deal with Gebler. With our present strength, we should be able to hold off the Royal Guard's forces. The problem is how to deal with Gebler in the meantime. They'll most likely move at Shakan's request, and they're not just gonna sit by and watch quietly. May I have a look there, please? In short, we want Gebler to leave for a while, at least until we are able to take back the royal capital, Bledavik. Whoa! These are the Gebler units currently in Ave, correct? The Western Guards. The Royal Capital Defense Force. And units along the front line at the border with Kislev. And so, just in terms of framing this screen, right? Bottom right corner is the forest. So Dazil is kind of like on the bottom right portion of the map. Cool. Okay. I had to get my orientation properly. And so like top left is where we are right now, up in Nisan. Each is made up of a mix of Gebler and Ave forces. Only two of these are very large. The Royal Capital's defense units and the Kislev borders units. The Western Guard along Nisan's border are little more than a surveillance team. In order to recapture the Royal Capital, it will be necessary to draw these defense units away from Bledavik. We have some Kislev-made gears, correct? Yeah, we captured a few earlier. What if we use those gears to make a raid on the Western Guards, here, at the border with Nisan? I see. We'll draw them out by making it look like Kislev is invading Ave. But the problem is, will attacking the border guards be enough to set the center in motion? To be sure, then, Nisan will just have to appear to align with Kislev. If they see it that way, they will certainly make a move. You're saying that you intend to use Nisan as bait? Doc? Shakan is very sensitive to Nisan and Kislev's actions. If Nisan starts moving, he will probably leave it up to Gebler, but... Of course, I do not wish to do that from the beginning, but looking at the situation, we have to be willing to go that far. First off, we'll infiltrate into the capital. To take out Shakan, we'll have to make up with our agents already in the city. We are forgetting one thing. The frontline units along Kislev's border. The main strength of Ave's fleet is the battleship Kefeinzel. It's been in service since the reign of the last king. Because of its firepower, the whole unit is nicknamed the Invincible Fleet. I recall yesterday's intelligence report said that the ship is near the border.
Damn it! Well, that puts everything in jeopardy.
Do not feel so down. I simply wanted you to see the current distribution of force in the area. Even in the worst case that they do not come, it will not be such a great problem.
What do you mean?
I have some additional information about Ave's border fleet. The former Ave Supreme Commander was transferred there. Not really transferred, more like demoted. His name is Vanderkam.
Vanderkam? You don't mean the Vanderkam that was in Hugund?
The very same. Young one, he has not been able to adapt to the change in tactics, particularly following the introduction of gears. He is a man who will never stray from his dependence on large naval guns.
You mean he's stubborn? And he's all size and no military power? That's an excellent target for pirates.
Young master, this is not going to be an act of piracy.
I'm just kidding.
Actually, the number of gears assigned to the fleet seems to have been reduced. Even with that, how gallant of him to be so self-righteous.
Is he that much of a musclehead? Aw, man, it'll be fun taunting him.
Young master.
I know. Anyway, Shaitan, do you think he can strike our gear forces?
It is not a problem. Even with Vanderkam, we have enough forces left to pull off the feint. However, it would not be wise to underestimate our opponents.
Well, now that we know what we're up against, here's what we'll do. Apart from our main unit heading for Bledevik, we must keep the fleet at the Kislev border from returning to the capital. So, you're suggesting that we have another unit?
A few effective soldiers to hold the enemy at bay. A small force is best.
A small force?
What if Faye leads a group of gears there?
Oh, bro. Me? Hold on now. There's no reason to involve you all in this. I'll do it. Yeah, you know what? Let me do it. When do we leave? Are you sure? We've come this far. And we're friends to the end now.
Speed is everything. We should do this as soon as possible.
All right, well, how about tomorrow? I'm truly grateful. Faye, Shaitan. Yeah! There's no way we can lose! No one will die in vain! Well put, young master. He really is! He really is. I'm a Bart super fan. Uh-oh. Last time there was a night scene like this, they had Gibbler forces break in.
Good morning. What's with the long face? Are you not feeling well? Or are you feeling sad about saying goodbye? Or maybe you're just nervous?
Shut up, stupid! Don't bug me!
Hee hee. Well,
It's almost time.
Yeah. Is everybody ready to go? I'll be waiting here, so let me know when you're through preparing. This is my last chance to walk around the town? Is that what they mean? We talked to him and we're done preparing. There's a new wind blowing today. Yeah, it's gotta be it. I mean, beautiful game. Beautiful game. This guy's not moving no matter what. That's our art studio. This is the town hall. This is the store? Yes. It's the morning of the big infiltration. We're taking on Shakan's forces. I wouldn't necessarily say head on, but setting up a little bit of a military operation to try and destabilize Shakan and take back Ave. We just have to distract Gebler in the meantime, which is a bit of a tall order. A tall order here. This will be the end of this episode. If you're watching here live on Twitch, we're going to go right into the next one after a quick break. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll see you over on the next one. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out thus far. I hope to see you in just a bit as we head back out into the world. And I guess Faye is taking on a small military group on his own. I mean, it feels a little like we got signed up for something for ulterior motives, but I digress. We'll figure that out next time on Xenogears. Thanks, folks.